students should have the same opportunities. They should have the possibility to choose if they want to continue to study or if they want to drop their studies. Although that everyone should be free to make their own choice, some students, even if they want to continue to study, they can't do it because they don't have the money to pay for their studies. However, money should not limit the opportunities of a brilliant mind. As a student, my dream is to have a good future. This is to have a good job where I feel happy and accomplished. And I know that the only way that I have to accomplish my dream is if I go to college and I study. As me, there are many other students who have the same dream. And I know that it can be devastating when you find out that you can't accomplish your dream and only because of money. If you are here present today, you are part of the lucky ones, because you have the possibility to go to college and study. But you probably know a friend or someone else that would like to have the same possibility as you, but they can't have it because they don't have the money to pay for it. How would you feel if you were in that position? What if you were a teenager who just wanted to accomplish your dream and go to college, but you didn't have any money to pay for it? Nearly everyone agrees that education is one of the most important factors that will determine the country's fate going forward. This is why everyone should be able to go to college, even those who can't afford it. According to what was stated by Vitana Personal Finance blog on an article about should college be free, the normal expense of educational costs and charges at an in-state public school is over $10,000 every year, an increase of more than 20% since 1988, when the normal cost was over $30,190 every year. At a private school, the normal expense is over $36,000 per year, and at over 120 national ranked schools, the normal expense is more than $50,000 every year. When you look at these numbers, this can create social inequalities. Not everyone is able to pay all of this money. In addition, if tuition were free, then more people would be able to go to college. According to what was mentioned by Vitana Personal Finance blog, if tuition were free, then it would encourage more people to go to college. Up to a secondary school recognition, at this point, it is conceivable to go to college if wanted. And this process would still avoid those individuals who have not completely invested into their instruction, while still giving motivation to return to class after dropping out. In addition, having the pressure of paying college tuition can affect the students. According to a summary for the Institute for College Access and Success that was mentioned on Odyssey's website, in 2012, 71% of all students graduating from a 4-year college had student loan debts. When there is less obligation included, understudies can focus more on their schoolwork and less on getting a new line of work to pay for those costs. And that can prompt for higher evaluations and better openings for work later on, regardless of what an understudy's financial circumstance happens to be. Moreover, going to college and having a degree can be really important to help build up a stable future. According to the National Education Association, this was proven by several recent studies. Higher education is a pathway for an increasingly steady life, monetarily and otherwise, and even for those students who struggled during high school. What's more, if tuition were free, then everybody would have this possibility. There is another reason why college tuition should be free. Saving money for tuition fees can affect the nation's economy. Since educational cost is so expensive, several families and people are forced to cut their spending and either set aside money for their kids' future school costs or reimburse understudy credits with high loan costs. According to the Field of Burn organization, shocking spending can have check negative impacts on the nation's economy. Furthermore, this can cause trouble for everyone, and that is not good. But by opening up this fluid capital, it can allow a huge level of Americans to spend their own salary on enterprises and merchandising. Furthermore, easing the weight of educational costs can be good for those who struggle with high obligation and even for the nation's economy. All of these factors play a large role in the health and prosperity of the economy of the United States. And by investing on an educated workforce, the United States can make itself a stronger competitor in today's global economy. In conclusion, while some people are getting an education and going to college, some of them are not so lucky because they can't afford it. However, money should not limit this, and this is why tuition should be free. In addition, if tuition were free, then everyone would benefit from it. The students and their families wouldn't have the pressure to pay for the tuition fees, and the students could be more focused on their schoolwork. As well, the economy of the nation could be positively affected. This is why you should think more about the topic and how education could be affected, and as a consequence, the benefits that it could bring. We all have the right to have an education, and that education should be free. This is why you should start to protest and demand for free tuition.